it going, gamers? Luis here from Gaming Vlog Network, and it's that time of the year again, time for E3 predictions. So, sadly Nintendo sort of announced what their plans are already, but that still remains 2 episodes of E3 predictions. This one's going to be on Sony, and the next one that comes out will be on Microsoft. So let's get started. For my first prediction, we're going to be talking about Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 will be getting a release date. The game was announced back in October 2015, and since then it's actually been in development way before that reveal. Back in February of this year, Sony released a remaster of the original Gravity Rush for PlayStation 4, so I think it's time for Sony to officially announce when the game will be out. And if I had to guess, it would probably be one of Sony's big exclusives coming to the PS4 this year. My guess is September. Now for number 2, I'm going to say God of War 4. God of War 4 will definitely be announced. There's been a ton of rumors and leaks in the recent months, all pointing towards Sony Santa Monica working on a new God of War game taking place in the Norse mythology. Some leaked concept art show off the many locations that the game may take place in, as well as images of Kratos with a beard and an axe weapon. Considering just how much more the leaks have started to pick up recently, I fully expect this game to get announced at E3. At number 3, we have The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian has to get an official release date. My guess is that the release date will be around fall, sometime in November. We saw the game get resurrected at E3 2015, and Sony promised the game would be released in 2016. I highly doubt they make such a big deal about the game coming back, just to delay it once again. The last time we saw anything about this game I believe was at PSX last year, and all I really had was an interactive wall display of the game, but not really much in terms of new gameplay or a new trailer. At number 4, we have Persona 5. Recently in Japan, Atlus unveiled a new Persona 5 trailer and announced a Japanese release date for the game. They also mentioned that they'd be at E3 this year, and seeing that the game is supposed to be coming out for PS4 and PS3, it's without a doubt that they'll be announcing the US release date at Sony's press conference. My guess is that we'll be seeing a new trailer along with English voice acting for the very first time, with the release date just about a month after the Japanese release date. Quite honestly though, I hope they do release it on the exact day of the Japanese release date, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. At number 5, we have a bunch of Square Enix news. Square Enix will definitely be at the conference showing off a bunch of their games. I expect to get a new trailer with some gameplay for Final Fantasy VII the Remake, although no release date just yet. Aside from Final Fantasy VII, I do expect them to announce the release date and show off some gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. My guess is that it'll be coming out sooner rather than later this year, around September. It might be pushed back into the fall time, but September seems like a reasonable time slot. That's around the time when Birth by Sleep came out in the United States. And to wrap up their time on Sony's conference, Square Enix will be showing off a new trailer with some gameplay and English voice acting of Kingdom Hearts 3. No release date, although it's definitely coming out in 2017, but no actual real release date or window just yet. At number 6, we have a new Spider-Man game. Sucker Punch hasn't made a brand new game since Infamous Second Son, and that was back in early 2014. It's time that we see what the studio has been working on, and rumors point to it being a brand new Spider-Man game. NerdLeak specifically tweeted out that an untitled Spider-Man game was in the works from Sony, and this is the same source that leaked the God of War 4 concept art. Recently, an image of an employee's CV was posted online showing off that they did some motion capture work for an untitled Spider-Man PS4 game. Sony does own the rights to the Spider-Man cinematic character, and that cinematic movie set has had a new game released for it with every movie. It seems incredibly likely that we're going to get the announcement at E3 this year. At number 7, we have Studio Bend. Not very much like Sucker Punch, it's been a very long time since we've seen a new game from Studio Bend. Studio Bend hasn't made a new game since Uncharted Golden Abyss on the PlayStation Vita, and that was back in 2011. I'm not really sure what this new game will be exactly, but part of me thinks it's a resurrection of the Siphon Filter series, but I'm starting to think whatever this game is, it might also be a PlayStation VR game. Considering that the development time for this new title has been about 5 years, I'd expect it to be something really big. At number 8, PlayStation 4.5. Now here's the big one, PlayStation Neo. Sony will announce a new PlayStation 4 with better hardware capable of playing games in 4K resolution or in 1080p with a better frame rate and some better looking assets. The new hardware will replace the current PS4 at a price around $350 to $450, while the older PS4 will get a price drop or just dropped entirely. I'm expecting this console to be released around late September, early October to go along with the release of PlayStation VR. But if you'd like to learn more information about PlayStation 4.5 or PlayStation Neo, I'll have a link to my video that covers all that information in the description below or in the card above. At number 9, we have some more official support of PlayStation Neo. With the announcement of PlayStation Neo, I expect Sony to state that all current first-party games in development will receive a patch to take advantage of the upgraded PlayStation Neo hardware. Older titles like Infamous Second Son might get a patch eventually, but I'm guessing Sony is only promising that the ones currently in development and beyond will get the patch, maybe like Uncharted 4 and beyond. At number 10, we have Horizon Zero Dawn. I think Sony will close the show off with a demo showing off the great new gameplay of Horizon Zero Dawn, running on the PlayStation Neo. I expect them to announce that the game is still coming out this year, and actually is going to be one of the first launch titles for PlayStation Neo this fall. Now, even though this video is titled as a top 10, I'm going to give you guys one more bold prediction, an extra one. The return of Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 4. Now, Sony doesn't own the rights to Crash anymore, Activision actually does. With that said though, since the release of the PS4, Sony and Activision have been really close. Sony is now getting Call of Duty content pretty early, along with Destiny content as well. It makes a lot of sense for Activision to license the IP out to Sony just to bring back the Bandicoot as a new PS4 exclusive. And you know, they could probably just split the profits with Activision, but that's my guess at least. Anyway, that does it for my predictions of Sony's E3 2016 press conference. Let me know what your guys' predictions are in the comment section below. I'm going to be doing one just like this for Microsoft in the coming days, so look forward to that one. And as always, all my gaming usernames and social networks are in the description below, so if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm pretty active there, usually giving away some codes for games and just doing random behind the scenes stuff. And then all my gaming usernames are down there, like for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.